It's very surprising. Like, it's very surprising that the reality of buying into equity markets in a growing country over a 30-year career, if you start at 24, what that means. Like Anuj, he's one of my closest friends. He kept doing workshops. He did one here, he did one with like a lot of founder friends of mine. उनके office में जाता है और उनके younger employees के साथ he does a 2-hour session on why investing. Like, you want to have these many kids, you want to get them married, you want to get this much more education, your partner and her or his family and your family and medical requirements, you need a corpus at some point. And imagining that and then backtracking a plan is A, boring, but B, it's also the kind of work you don't like to do.
Yeah, but which is why do you think you have to do it yourself? There's help out there. So I keep saying there's help out there. Now, getting a knee surgery is kind of painful, right? But there's help out there to get a knee. Doing your taxes sometimes is work, but there's help out there to do your taxes. Solving a legal case, there's help out there. There's help out here too. And there's good help out there. Use the help is what I keep saying. And please make an attempt. And today I think the digital world has made this stuff so much easier. But yeah, I mean, I keep, the good side of this is, that's why we have a job here. Spreading financial education, I think, is just like, is God's work in some way.
It's crazy, but like I have a friend of mine, she's like a top investor at Ernie, the top VC fund in the country. Personally, कहाँ है पैसा? FD में रखा हुआ. अरे तू क्या बात करी?
By the way, this is very common. I met a president at one of the top 10 largest companies in India. He runs a very large VC portfolio. His money is in a bank savings account.
What are you saying?
He's like, I didn't have time. I mean, you have time to watch Bombay Begums or whatever you watch, right? And you don't have time to do this.
So then it's not an education issue.
It is. So in a certain segment, it's an education issue. In a certain segment, you can't even generalize. In a certain segment, it's an inertia issue. In a certain segment, it's a fear issue. There are still people who ask me, how do you know someone will not take away my money? India's had a long history of fraud also. So the issues are very complicated and nuanced, but we have to work at it.
I think
the fact that people even know now, at least they raise their hand when I say SIP. At least they know it exists. Before 20 years ago, it was like, what is this?
I agree.
So at least we made that progress. So I also like to count my blessings. Now we have to make the conversion progress.
I sometimes wonder that if you go on Instagram, finfluencing is probably among the top 3 themes on social media content.
Yeah, and that bothers me too.
Right? There's enough people talking about it, which again, same thing. Everyone wants to sound smart by being a crypto investor. I again met this 20-year-old kid.
A lot of that content, and look, there are great influencers out there, so let me not bash them. But a problem is a lot of that content is exactly that. It is sensational. How to double your money overnight, 5 stocks that can make you. You don't need to know all this. Most people need to start a basic SIP in some fund and hold on to it for 10 years. Yeah. They don't need all those videos. So we have to the content can't be sensational.
Yeah, I agree.